What's the Numbers TV?
Yo, what's good? Today, we got a good one. We got Brooklyn's own Buddha Chief in the building. It's your boy Batty Bills from What's the Numbers TV. I want to give a shout out to my man Buddha Chief. You know what I'm saying? He came a long way. You know, he done all facets of the game. Community. He's a community builder, community leader. You know what I'm saying? And all facets of the industry. And like he's a thorough dude. He's a stand-up dude, 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing fake about him. And he gonna give it to you real. And I want to just welcome and for me having the privilege, you know what I'm saying, of interviewing my man Buddha Chief, man. How you doing today, man?
Good. I appreciate you, bro. What's good? This is Buddha Chief, formerly known as Von Jeff on What's the Numbers. You know, man, I love what you're doing out there, bro. You know, we go way back, man. So like that whole introduction and this energy right here is like, especially in the social media day and age, it's kind of new to us. But listen, this is where we at right now. This is where we're gonna capitalize at. So it's an honor to be on your platform, man, for real.
Appreciate it. It's like we coming full circle. You feel me?
Full circle, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Now you giving me an opportunity.
Yeah, but like I said, I want to let the people know you are opportunity provider because you provide a lot of throughout since I've known you, you've always been a person that try to lead a person to the bag. You feel me?
Right. That's a fact.
So you're an opportunity provider. So that's why I say it come full circle. Like you gave me an opportunity. We'll get into that later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But and now, like, but really this is an opportunity for both of us. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're a strong black brother, and I like what you're doing. So I'm gonna give the people an overall presentation of Von Jeff, aka Buddha Chief, and this is a snippet of what I'm talking about. If y'all not in tune, y'all need to go on YouTube and hit Buddha Chief the brand, subscribe, and get in tune. This is the rant.
And the arrogant, me, I got aggression, won't spare you any embarrassment. I'm from a well-known establishment, Bed-Stuys, my garrison. Fuck the world attitude, exude sexual harassment. Point blank, period, straight up, suck my obelisk. Movements covert, but I'm getting money that's obvious. Tupac style, middle finger to photographers. Things are what it seems, some scenes are mind-bogglers. I'm thankful for the class I weigh in, the Lord is amazing. Niggas swore they caught me sleeping, not knowing that I was praying. So many paths to riches, foundations I pave them. Niggas never put in work, expected me to pay them. I made my name in other games on the chocolate blacker than Biggity. The plan was to get money, so me and my niggas figure we keep our hands holding that fire statue of liberty. They killed my cousin John, and I'm still not over higgity. Acting like Johnny Depp when I really want to blow. My life's at a fork in the road. Which way I'm gonna go? At convos with Jason 45 phones ago. What I did with that white girl, only riders like Winona know. On the low, high rollers in your circle ain't round. Cause on the up and up, to lay you flat, they shooting you down. Heartbeat, hammer clap, that's musical sound. Over that bass, start trembling on mutual grounds. Now, this is the rant, I got some shit on my chest. Check my reference. Do your research by Von Jefferson, my preference to represent me. Dead presidents, I'm excellent. Riding OT, bumping that excellence. To be enthusiastic, you must act enthusiastic. Whether mixtape or album was recorded is a classic. Tracks get body, I get open and post casket for these cats. It's a rap. I'm passionate about this rap shit. Passenger rider shotgun, she ratchet strapped with a ratchet. You hard rock, what's underneath the surface, she gon' scratch it. Since you got an itch in the cinch, she gon' clap it. Now you look so innocent, like a baby in the basket. Fetal position, front your door, war tragic, stacking capital was natural. Call it the force of habit. Back and forth traffic across the atlas. The cloth I'm cut from, you can't pay the cost of fabric. Businessman like Irvin Johnson went bowling, they call me Magic. If you looking for some food, I can help you. Call me Zagat. Review the menu, Von Valley. With the salad, we could cater venues. We the best like DJ Khaled. Mr. 1700, more food than the banquet. New attitude when I'm walking out the banquet. Speaking your mind, I ain't the one to be frank with. Get out of line, hit you with some shit that make a tank flip. Bottom line, dollar signs, yen, and them Frank chips. Talking Frank, I'm Lucas and Matthews mixed with Frank Mick. Rumor has it, these bitches bragging that I ain't shit. I go slow like Hancock, but can't stop. I came quicker. Adrenaline rush like Jason Statham on that crank tip. $1 million baby gross net. Hillary Swank swish. Listen, what's been missing? Got you feeling so anxious to see the bigger picture. Bosky, yeah, couldn't paint this anguish. What you smelling is that Angus. Aston Martin parking on Van Buren in the Vanquish. Currently, my currency converts to slang language. When you overseas getting bread, it ain't the same sandwich.
That's an overall presentation of what we about to get into. That's one of my favorite joints. I mean, I told him that already, but like, you know, that's an overall presentation of what we about to get into. So tell me about, you know, your upbringing. Like, you from Brooklyn, from Bedford-Stuyvesant. How was your upbringing, man? Like, you from the same era as us, so you kind of like morally grounded, you know what I'm saying, with principles, because you stand on principles. So, like, how does your upbringing? How did your upbringing make you the man that you are today?
Well, being born and raised in Bed-Stuy, you know, I was born straight into the crack era. You know what I'm saying? So being born in '81, you know, it was like the beginning and on the upslope of a lot of dysfunction, a lot of things that we thought was normal, but it wasn't nothing normal about the stuff that we was experiencing, such as the violence and, like I said, the dysfunction that was happening within our households and happening in our community and stuff like that due to, you know, the crack era and stuff like that. But as far as a youth, I had a lot of fun growing up. You know what I'm saying? I had an opportunity to still be a youth, a kid, because there was still morals and principles that was instilled in the community. So as far as, even though dudes was making money, how they was making money, it was still like a moral code that was there. You know what I'm saying? But as we got further and deep into, you know, the crack era, that's when a lot of the rampant black on black crime started happening, and a lot of the loyalty and trust and all that kind of shit started to get dismantled. So I could say in Bed-Stuy, you know, I had a lot of influence of hip hop. I had a lot of influence of, you know, that aspect of a village. It takes a village to raise a child. You know, I come from a household where my moms and my grandmoms pretty much raised me, but, you know, my uncles, they was pretty much like in the streets and all that kind of stuff. But like when it takes that village, you know, I had a whole block. You know what I'm saying? I had a whole community that was keeping eyes on me. You know what I'm saying? So the upbringing was bittersweet. I could honestly say that. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like I said, there was a lot of dysfunction, there was a lot of fun times and all that kind of stuff. I'm from the same block as you know, Big Daddy Kane, born and raised on the same block that he from. Disco Richie of Divine Sounds is also from the corner of my block. So there's a huge element of hip hop from the block that I'm from, you know. Even as I got older, you know what I'm saying, seeing Black Moon, Smith & Wesson around my area and everything. And at that particular time, that was like the early 90s, I was actually living in Flatbush. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I always big up Bed-Stuy, but I gotta also give salute to Flatbush, because I lived in Flatbush from '91 to '98, and that was a huge part of my upbringing. I could never take that away, because that's how I know you, from being in the bush. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's a huge part of my upbringing, man. But I appreciate everything that I've experienced and I went through, because it makes me the person that I am. So when I see like the, you know, loved ones and family members involved in that whole crack epidemic, I chose not to go that route. My thing was the bud. You know what I'm saying? I chose. Yeah, that's why I'm Buddha Chief. You know what I'm saying? I chose to really mess with that, because shit, everybody that was selling crack was buying weed from me, to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So I made some good money. You know what I'm saying? And we
I was thinking about it today, right? I was thinking about this. I was saying, yo, V was like DoorDash Bud, man, before DoorDash existed.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because I was on that bike. First I was on my feet, then I was on that bike, then I got me a feet. You're right, bro.
Call, he'll deliver.
No, for real. Nah, you real. That's real though, because that's been my motto, the delivery aspect. You know what I'm saying? I've always been like, I can't say like I'm posted on the corner or you'll catch me on this block. Nah, I was moving throughout neighborhoods. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Nah, DoorDash, I like that.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, yo, I saw them when V used to cut the holes. He like, yo, the body got the blacks.
Got them blacks. And that's the way I got the blacks from. I got the blacks from Flatbush. I bought the blacks from Flatbush to the style.
Yeah.
So it was like, it wasn't too many people out there with it. You know what I'm saying? It come to find out years later, God bless the dead, it was this older dude. He was older than I am. His name was Goo. And they was like, you and this older dude was the only people in Bed-Stuy that got the blacks. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he was an older dude and everything. But I was moving around with it. So if you was smoking blacks in the style, like you was getting that blacks pretty much from me, if anything.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. So like I was like going through your bio, man. I'm gonna share this with the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause like the significant changes. I like a lot of the things that you've been doing that you continue to do. Like the Curator, like that docu-series. If y'all not tuned into the Curator, that docu-series is very, very touching. You know what I'm saying? Because you tantalize on a lot of mental health aspects and how, you know, like you're healing the community and building the community in the same like you know, at the same time. You know, it's like cohesion. So like, you know, what the passion in you, what got you to that point? Like, who would you say? Because I know you also give a lot of tribute to Frank Mickens, who was the principal of Boys and Girls High. So what developed that passion where you really want to bring about significant change in your community? Like what made that come to fruition?
Well, like I said, man, just growing up and seeing certain things that was normal to us and getting older and becoming of age and realizing like this shit ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? So even like for me, right, even getting involved in the streets, right, I realized I battle with duality. You know what I'm saying? The streets teach you like a person can't owe you $5 in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. That person that owes you $5 is somebody that you know their first and last name. You're not just gonna give work to just any random person that you don't know, no stranger. So here it is now, you actually doing harm and crime and even some aspects killing somebody that you know or possibly even love. You know what I'm saying? So when I started to see like that aspect that was like a normal thing, I felt the disconnection from that because I started to feel that within myself as far as like I wasn't to the extent of like wanting to. There was times I felt like I wanted to do harm to people, but I was like, no, within me, God ain't make me that way. So I'm glad I never really acted upon those moments of emotion. So the whole Curator thing came from like, I want to make an impact in a positive way. So one of the most positive and impactful individuals I know is Frank Mickens. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to Boys and Girls High School, that's the person that labeled me a leader and a role model. He saw something in me
that you didn't see in yourself
that I ain't seen myself from back then. You know what I'm saying? So as I got older and I started to see the strength that I had, the connection and influence that I had in my community, I wanted to impact people in a certain type of way. But also I realized I had to heal myself from a lot of the stuff that I was dealing with. So with this whole Curated project and docuseries, I'm using myself as an example of what it looks like to go through these processes and things that we deal with, the trauma that we deal with on a daily basis, but how to keep moving forward with life and to make the most righteous decisions. So I utilize this project as a visual way to exemplify how to do this. You know what I'm saying? So the first episode touches on the mental health aspect because what we don't realize that we was dealing with is a lot of mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? Some of us may not know, especially young men, we don't know how to express our emotions. So therefore it comes across as being violent, having anger built up and just releasing it in manners that don't serve us. So what's the outlet for us to really express what we feeling, what we going through, and to seek help? And that was my first approach to that. And then the second episode is about the crack epidemic and how it impacted us. You know, I truly feel like that drug really created a disconnect with our culture and our people. You know, there was drugs before the crack era, but from OGs that I spoke to, there was nothing like what that crack did. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, me being born into the crack era, I wanted to make us aware and highlight that particular thing, the mental health awareness and that particular drug that dismantled the love and unison that we once had. You know what I'm saying? So once we become aware of what actually affects us, we can't say that we don't want to do better. Some people don't want to do better. I'm not gonna say everybody want to do better, but this project is to impact those that want to see a change and do want to do better. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about making ourselves aware of it, putting it in our faces and saying we want to move forward with a cure or some sort of remedy to get back to that common thread of love.
Did significant loss in your life also play a part in some of the things that you've been doing?
Yeah, definitely. I've been dealing with death and people going to jail since I was very young, and I didn't realize how it impacted me until I got older. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, certain stuff just seemed normal. Somebody just go to jail and then you don't see them for a couple of years and then they come back or whatever. Or you hear about this person dying or that person dying. So I've lost some close friends that I truly love and everything. And I had lost a close friend to me, my friend Jay High. God bless Jay High. This is my childhood friend from kindergarten. And when he, was killed, from this whole, walk of life there, as far as, getting money in the streets and all that kind of stuff, I was like, oh, this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen like my uncles and their generation go through it with the whole shooting at each other, killing each other and all that kind of stuff. But they was dealing with a different type of drug and everything. So when it happened to my man, and, that shit just impacted me in a whole nother way, where it's like I actually went into a depression. You know what I'm saying? And even to this day, like it's times like I think of him or whatever the case may be, and I start crying. You know what I'm saying? Because that impacted not only just me, but my whole community. You know what I'm saying? And then, a year or so after that, my cousin got killed the same way. You know what I'm saying? In the house, killed by somebody that they know. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is like people envy and jealous of you because you getting money, however you getting money, and they want what you got. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a consistent thing that was happening to where like it was just making me just going to a shell. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really want to deal with certain people. I didn't know really how to talk about it and express what I was dealing with. But I learned. I learned as I'll be honest, bro, like it took me like 10 years to really educate myself on what I was dealing with and learn how to really cope with it and move forward with the stuff that I'm dealing with, because it's every day. You know what I'm saying? I recently lost a close friend again. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I've been dealing with death like for forever. You know what I'm saying? But I just process it different, and I know that I just got to keep going. Just got to keep moving forward.
It's a part of the environment, especially like now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot different than like in our heyday. Like the youngins now, like it's different. Like it's like they all.
It's like it's cool to just take a life now.
Yeah,
like,
they have this glorifying it. Yeah, I mean, they document it. They document taking lives. You know what I'm saying? Like our era was a little like people were more discreet. Like I'm not gonna say a lot. Like remember back in the day, like it was like especially dealing with the crack era. It was people like motherfuckers might owe $15 or come $15 short and get killed. Shit like that. Like, I mean, young. That's when crack was first coming out because it was so much money. But like now, it's just like there's no, like anybody could get it really. Like it's so many.
There's no justification behind it. It's just like, you could look at somebody the wrong way or say something, and it's like it's just rampant right now. It's just lawless. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that's demonized, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's because people don't love themselves. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, they're not going to have a value for anybody else's life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's easy for somebody to just say, you know what? I'm gonna just take your life, and not realizing that they fucking up their life.
Definitely.
Because you may think you're getting away with a murder, but God knows, and that changes the trajectory of your life. You know what I'm saying? I believe in such thing as called karmic debt. Your karmic debt is going to catch up with you, whether it's going to be to you directly or somebody that you love. Somebody's going to catch that, and it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely is, man. It definitely. I like that karmic debt. I definitely like that, man, because the way the world is, man. Like I know you're a father too. So,
yeah, I'm a new father, man. My daughter be 4 years old, man. That's like,
and you want to definitely, as a new father. I mean, my son is 11, but like as a father, that you like you say your grandmother and your mother raised you. You know what I'm saying? So like I know like a lot of dudes from our era that grew up a little fatherless, like such as you and I to an extent, are really outgoing, outstanding fathers to their child. You know what I'm saying? So I know, and like the example that you provided for your daughter to see, like this is what a king is. 'Cause I like one line you said in one of your rhymes. You said, "I wish King Von could have met Von King or some shit."
What if King Von heard of Herbert Von King?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What's crazy? I was in the when I came up with that line, I was actually in. So Herbert Von King Park is Tompkins Park, which is in Bedford-Stuyvesant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they renamed it to Herbert Von King Park. I was actually in the park with my daughter. And that line just came to me because I was like, I had the beat to the song already. So it's like when I write music, I usually like listen to the beat and don't think of anything. I just keep the beat playing. So like by the time I'm not doing anything, the beat is still in my head. You know what I'm saying? So going throughout my day and everything. So that line right there, and it's like I didn't want to make it too witty or too punchline-ish. I just wanted to make a statement with it.
Yeah, it
You know what I'm
stood
saying?
out.
What if King Von heard of Herbert Von King? And that means a lot to me because I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like I like King Von. I don't know him, but I know that if he heard of who Herbert Von King was, or if he was guided in a certain type of manner, the type of energy and the type of potential that that young man had to be a leader, man, he could have been doing some phenomenal things in the world. You know what I'm saying? And Chicago come from a place of a lot of discipline and structure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, a lot of the youth are being misguided, but they have a lot of potential. You know what I'm saying? When you think about Huey P. Newton and them guys like, the Black Panthers, them guys was in their late teens, early 20s. They was young.
They was deep.
They was young. Deep, you know what I'm saying? So now you're looking at the hip hop dudes at the age that they're at, but they being misguided to think that it's cool to kill somebody that look just like you. I think King Von had a lot of great potential to become like a radical leader to inspire his people in a different manner. And even when he got success, I heard he used to do a lot of stuff as far as giving back to his community and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, what if King Von heard of Herbert Von King?
I mean, and that like significant. I like that. And then I'm gonna show some in your bio, man. That they stood out to me. There's some bullet points that you had put in your bio, and they stood out to me, man.
Which one, the Von Jeff or the Buddha Chief bio?
Von Jeff.
Oh,
Said,
Von Jeff.
always stay consistent and complete any idea vision. Be your own boss, even if you have a 9 to 5. Earn income from your own work efforts until that overrides your steady income. And there's no loyalty in the streets. And you got caps. I'm showing it so they can see. No loyalty in the streets. People do not want to see you do better. And your last bullet point, stay humble and keep your faith. You know what I'm saying? And that right there stood out to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Those bullet points, like, really, give a great example. Because I want to not only just showcase, because we talk about the street. I know your pedigree. You know what I'm saying? I know what you used to do, and the transformation that you have made in your life is tremendous. You know what I'm saying? I want to see like brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like, because you definitely black empowered. You know what I'm saying? And it's time. You're leading by example. You're one of the leading by example, but it's time to get the youth on this page. And that's why I don't just want to showcase big time drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? But like the transformation of what you've done in your life, because like I said, you're an opportunity provider. Like I know, since I know you, you've done every aspect there is. Like now you're the artist, but you've done every aspect there is before to being the artist that there is in the industry. So,
yeah, that's a fact.
So, like, what led you? I know you Beverly hip hop instilled. I remember the opportunity you provided me. I talked to people about on my platform. I've said before that my man Buddha Chief Von Jeff, invited me to come because I used to spit. You know what I'm saying? I still spit, but I don't spit like I used to.
Right.
But the Fight Club. And then with the Fight Club thing, you help usher in a whole I just think this is the beginning. Like I ain't gonna say the beginning stage because battle rap is from the essence of hip hop, but like the beginning stages of film battle rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Smack DVD, Fight Club,
right,
all that era. You know what I'm saying?
That was the beginning of it.
Beginning of it. You was in the inklings in the beginning of it. I remember going to the city. I forgot we was on 42nd Street, the building.
38th Street.
38th Street. The building had the pool table, the bar, the studio. The shit was plush. You and what's up? Your man, was his name?
International P.
International P. International P.
That's still my man. I just spoke to him the other day.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm seeing y'all had I remember y'all had the Remy battle. Remy and
Lady Luck. Remy Ma, Lady Luck. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, y'all had a lot of rappers coming in there, a lot of from all over though, not just New York, from all over.
Yeah, we was the hub. We was the hub for the industry at that particular time because you had the industry tastemakers and executives actually coming to the studio to see the battles, where you actually seeing raw talent from the streets actually come up there. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a best of both worlds. So if you are looking to push your project, this is where you had to show up to actually see the industry, meet the industry. You know what I'm saying? So what we was doing at that particular time was far advanced, bro. I'm gonna be honest, because even with the audition process, a lot of the top tier battle rappers that you see now, I auditioned a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them may not have made it on the show, but they came through Fight Club and actually auditioned. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's people will come from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? But they'll bring their demos, they'll bring their merch and all that kind of stuff and leave it there. Yeah. You know, and I actually used to go through all this music. You know what I'm saying? Whether you could battle rap or not. And if you could battle rap, I was like, yo, come through. We want to see you or mold you to be on the platform.
And this is the beginning stages. I remember, bro. I remember going there. I spit for International P. And then was other people there. Then sometimes it was like a little battle between me and another nigga in his office.
Yeah. That was the audition process.
You know what I'm saying? We just spitting bars. You know what I'm saying? Beat, acapella, whatever. And I ain't gonna say a lot. I was nervous. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was a great, like I said, you were opportunity provider, and a lot of people came through them doors. You know what I'm saying? And look where they are now. You know what I'm saying? I see your Math.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cortez, a lot of people, a lot of the URL dudes.
Yeah.
Doors, man. You played a part in their growth. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah,
like
that's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. And I'm just appreciative to be a part of be a part of their journey, though. You know what I'm saying? And I commend them dudes that kept it going. You know what I'm saying? Well, a person's destiny, that's their destiny. And you know, once we stop doing battles, I'm glad that they kept it going. You know what I'm saying? Because like right now, the celebrities is looking at them.
Yeah, facts.
The celebrities is looking at them.
Yeah, they get like the cars be getting like it's like a prize fight. They getting bags. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's elevated to a whole nother, like, you know, like it's supposed to. It's where it's supposed to be.
But like you said, look at Gorilla Nems and look at Mav. They transcended into brands. You know what I'm saying? So even though they started out, you know, battle rapping, look what they took the game to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of them because like look at Nem. Like right now, Nem's been rapping forever, but he got his own podcast. He just got a new record deal, and it's like
got a store.
The consistency. You're gonna win with consistency. You know what I'm saying? So let's say one of them would have got a record deal.
He got that meme. What's that meme that they always got?
The Bing Bong.
Bing Bong. Yeah,
the Bing Bong strain. Yeah. So let's say they would have got a record deal back in the days. They wouldn't be where they at right now because they would have been content with whatever they got back then. But it wasn't meant for that back then. It was meant for them to go the route of independence and building themselves into the entrepreneur and entities the enterprises that they are now.
Yeah. And that goes back to the first bullet point in your joint where you say, always stay consistent and complete any idea or vision. Like not giving up. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of oftentimes, like I've learned from a lot of my mistakes about like, you know, giving up. But when you keep sticking to something, it's gonna grow. You just gotta stay consistent and stick with it. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's not like we've coming from the environments, especially coming out of the crack era, like you said, during the crack epidemic, it did fuck up a lot of people, and it had us thinking everything's fast, instant gratification. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not knowing that it's really a marathon and not a sprint. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like Nipsey said, it's really a marathon,
that's a fact.
Not a sprint. Like, you know, you're gonna go at a continuous pace because the race ain't over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The race
that's a fact. That's a fact. That's like even like with me, like, you know, with music, like I would start and then I would stop, but I never gave up. So like even like now, I'm about to put out a project that contains music that I recorded when I had stopped and music that I recently recorded as Buddha Chief with the whole rebranding and everything. And I'm about to put that together, and that's going to be called the Count Me In Part 2 because my last mixtape was Count Me In Part 1, which is over 10 years ago.
I seen the Count Me In Part 2.
That was over 10 years ago. I had dropped the Count Me In Part 1. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm about to, you know, and I'm just doing it on some like expression. You know what I'm saying?
Because I see you doing it. Like the main thing I like about what you're doing is that you call it a brand. Like, all right, so boom. What I want to do is I'm gonna show the Buddha Chief bio. I'm gonna read it too.
Gotcha.
All right. So this is Buddha Chief, Vaughn Jefferson. I said, with Brooklyn being home to the heavy hitters in the rap game, there's no doubt that great artistry comes from this particular borough in New York City. Beat Brooklyn, you know how we do, BK. Vaughn Jefferson, also known as Buddha Chief, is an artist and entrepreneur who understands cultural significance when it comes to his music and worth. In the 1980s, during the peak of the crack era, it was important for young black males not to become a product of their environment. Buddha Chief was raised by his mother and grandmother, but hip-hop always surrounded him as a kid. He was brought up on the same block as one of the hip-hop inspirations, Big Daddy Kane. Vaughn even curated a mural of Big Daddy Kane on the building where he once lived, which he signed in approval. He plans to carry on tradition like other famous artists from the Bed-Stuy community started and to keep shaping the rap culture. At first, when Buddha Chief started to make music, he was known as Vaughn Jeff. His mission was to give his listeners positive energy through beats and lyrics. The process of creating the perfect song for his audience became a thrill for him. He released his first mixtape in 2012 called Count Me In. And we talking about Count Me In Part 2. A few minutes, you know, this was coming. Several songs from this project were placed in the film Inevitable Defeat of Mr. and Pete, which was executive produced by Alicia Keys. I remember that movie too, bro.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, it was. Music wasn't just about songs to Vaughn. It was viewed as a lifestyle. He had a different approach when it came to getting his foot through the entertainment door. In the early 2000s, Buddha Chief served as the director of A&R of MTV2's Monday Night Fight Club, which we just talked about. He scouted and developed many of the popular battle rappers such as Cortez, Tay Rock, Reed Dollars, Jag, Mav Hoffa, and Serious Jones, just to name a few. Vaughn also found passion in production when he became a videographer for rapper Mano and for the respected Sean Carter Scholarship Foundation. I seen those pictures too. We're gonna talk about that. Buddha Chief was chosen as his new stage name to rebrand himself. Buddha Chief is not only Vaughn's stage name, but also for his cannabis business. Being a huge fan of rapper Redman is what inspired the name behind the brand. On a righteous level, my vision was to always create an infusion of people and bring many cultures together under one roof by means of cannabis. Hence, we have Buddha Chief, says the rapper Buddha Chief. Outside of his music and cannabis career, Vaughn has also become a strong advocate for the Black community as a whole. We talked about The Curator. He's releasing, that's already out, about mental health awareness. And Buddha Chief's passion coupled with versatile talents will make him respected in hip-hop culture. Now, this got me to thinking about, I remember when, especially when they first, legalized the bud thing, I remember you used to have, the comedy shows where you could come, motherfuckers could come and blow. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of innovative cannabis shit. So we know your cannabis, underground back in the day, you had a cannabis background. And are you trying to be especially for our community, you know what I'm saying? Are you trying to, are you, what is your footprint in the cannabis, the legal cannabis business now?
So as far as the legal aspect, I actually applied for the,
So I see you promote a lot of I know I seen something recently promoting some cannabis thing.
Yeah, so I recently applied for the card retail dispensary license, and I actually was awarded that. So that was my footprint entering the whole legal market. But when I built the Buddha Chief brand, that was still, a speakeasy type of thing going on, underground type of situation. And pretty much what the Buddha Chief company was about was more like a promotional company that operated out of cannabis-friendly environments. So what I would do is poetry, comedy, and adult game nights. I would bring the entertainment to those cannabis-friendly environments, and that was my way of building a membership in a community of professionals. Because I didn't really target friends and family from the community. I really built it on some happy hour, after work type of thing for corporate people. You know what I'm saying? Because we was right there in Midtown Manhattan, and the interesting thing is it was birthed in the same space as where Fight Club was doing battles out of. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we've been ahead of the battle rap industry, the music industry, as well as this whole cannabis industry. So, and I built a huge presence there since 2018. I say 2018 is when I actually started the whole Buddha Chief brand and doing those events and stuff. And it was great, man, because like I said, it was different races, different people from walks of life. You will have a CEO of a company over here with a dude that's a CEO of his block. You know what I'm saying? In the same space, you'll have a porn star right there with somebody and they moms that go to church every Sunday. Wall Street, you know what I'm saying? So it's and everybody there just vibing, no judgment, just a safe zone where we just brought together by cannabis. You know what I'm saying? And it was a great thing and a great environment that was created.
So what do you see you going? Say you approved with the call for retail dispensary. Are there a lot of, because I know I lived in a style, you live in a style. There's a lot of gentrification coming along. You know what I'm saying? Some of the blocks don't look how they used to look.
Right.
And like venturing into the cannabis business, are there a lot of opportunities for people for melanated people? Or is it hard?
Yes, there is a lot of opportunities. However, you still have to go from doing things your way to actually educating yourself and be knowledgeable about what your interest is in this cannabis field, and still applying, which requires getting some sort of approval from the government to some degree. You know what I'm saying? So there is opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's from cultivating, manufacturing, distribution, opening the retail space. There's different licenses that they're going to have come out and stuff. But like I said, you have to apply for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going through some hurdles right now, even though I got the license and stuff. But I believe I have faith that everything is going to work itself out. So I'm letting you know. I don't really speak about this, but I'm letting you know because you family. And I'm gonna keep in tune with you as I go along this journey. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still going along this journey and figuring things out as I go along.
You should document that.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say and present myself like I know everything about it, because every minute
everybody.
It changes every day with this whole cannabis thing, bro. If you look at the news yesterday, there was some new news yesterday that came out that's impacting me doing what I'm trying to do. But I'm here, I'm along the journey, and I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work.
Definitely, you're gonna make it work. I mean, I'm glad to see, like our people in the arena. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not just being like not letting it, because honestly, if you really want to placate it all from the beginning, like the culture made cannabis the way it's acceptable the way it is now.
Yeah. Music and cannabis goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Man, you already know we set trends, bro. Our culture dictate the trends.
That's a fact. And like it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop. You had you did the Big Daddy Kane mural, which is beautiful. You did the Best Style mural too, right?
Yeah, the Best Style landmark mural. Shout out to my bro Art1. That's my brother. He's famous for the Jam Master J Wall out in Queens. So he's a celebrity airbrush artist. So he actually took the visions and intellectual property that I had and actually brought it to life. He brought it to life. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. That's why I say, I call myself the curator, because you know what a curator does inside the museums. I treat the community as my canvas, you know what I'm saying? So the intent behind that is to really preserve the culture for one, beautify the neighborhood, inspire our people, and at the same time, I love graffiti. Don't get me wrong. It's an element of hip hop, but it's a way to also prevent it to some measure, because when people see artwork done on building structures, they're not going to disrespect the artwork. You know what I'm saying? So but when they see a blank canvas, them graffiti artists gonna do what they do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I approach certain business owners and stuff like that as far as listen, you got this blank wall, please allow us the opportunity to put something beautiful that's gonna impact the neighborhood.
And that's why I said, the community builder you are, man. You got an award at the Sean Carter Foundation?
Nah, I didn't get an award there, but they had they were celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Sean Carter Scholarship Foundation. That was a 2020 anniversary. No, I didn't get an award there though.
And but they recognized. I think they recognized you for your work that you've done though.
So as far as the videographer, some of my work was actually put into the production that they showed at the actual
the foundation.
The gala. It was a gala and a fundraiser. So some of the work that I shot over the years was implemented into the documentary piece that they showcased at the gala.
That's like I said, you've been behind the camera, in the office. Now you're the artist, your resume, and then community builder. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, I think you could be the fucking mayor of New York City in the future, bro.
You know, so funny. My homie used to say that. She's like, you the mayor of Bed-Stuy. Like, you need to run for something.
I'm gonna be real. I'm like, yo, I'm just thinking about all the stuff, yo, bro. Like, that's why I said I don't know what the future beholds, but like a lot of the belts that you've carried, you've held, you know what I'm saying? Your resume stacked, be like, you know what I'm saying? You got it. Honestly, you got it. If you were to go into that journey, you know what I'm saying?
See, my vision would be this though. See what you're saying? There's other people that may have the same sentiment towards me, right? I'd rather utilize the influence that I have and, you know, magnify the number of people that can feel the same sentiment. So like from this production that's happening here, your followers is gonna say, yo, if Batty Bills is saying this is a stand-up dude, I'm gonna follow him and check out what he got going on. So this is my belief. I don't necessarily have to tie myself to politics to do politics.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just the type of person that I don't need nobody telling me that I can't do this and I can't do that. I'm still connected to the people. I'm still connected to the pavement. You know what I'm saying? I know how to go out here and go on a certain block and be like, yo, bro, this is the initiative that I got going on. And I would like you to support this initiative. And then if they be like, yo, you can't do that because that person doesn't have W-2s. What that matter? What that matter that person don't have W-2? That person that I just went to is influential where he's from. And if I ask him to show up with X amount of people or to push an agenda, he's gonna make that happen. And it's all about what we can do, how we can impact and influence. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no hidden agendas.
Hey, yo, and you at the same store they filmed that corner store podcast?
Yeah, I'm in the corner store scarf spot right now, man.
Shout out to him. Shout out to corner store.
Yeah,
I watch corner stores. You know, we watch What's the Numbers.
Yeah, I was just telling him about that's my bro. That's my bro, Champ.
Yeah, I watch the joint because I watch you know the joint with like he got all the dudes for what's that show? Man? What's that joint on YouTube? It's on the tip of my tongue, man. With the joint that with Boom Pacino.
Respect Life.
Respect Life. Yeah, he had the whole cast in there. Yeah, that was.
Matter of fact, one of the dudes from Respect Life is outside right now. If he's still outside.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I respect, and I see you on the joint too.
This community stuff right here, though, man. Like, you know, Champ, we go way back, man. We go back to the high. We go back to the community. You know what I'm saying? And I love what he's doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was actually chilling. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling, pulling up, you know what I'm saying? And now he's doing the corner store scarf, you know what I'm saying? So everybody check that out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, check that out, definitely.
Yeah.
Cause I seen the Respect Life, like how he had, and then how they honored. Cause we got a profile piece on Boom P. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, R.I.P. Boom P, man.
R.I.P. Boom P, man, definitely.
Matter of fact, I think I saw that on your page. I like what you're doing, though, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't even know that was your platform. Cause A had told me.
It's me, my man, and Federal A. Me, my man, Paul Roll, and Federal A. Yeah.
Yeah, cause A had told me, he was like, yo, we doing but I didn't know it was you. You know what I'm saying? So once I got to the page and everything, I'm like, okay, I like what's going on here. I like what's going on. And you gotta be from a certain cloth and a certain era to really talk about the narratives of what you're talking about. So I appreciate you in the context of how you putting it. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily glorifying it, but to highlight the people that come from these walks of life and, you know, certain results and everything and how we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate even for having me on here, because it creates a balance that we come from these communities, but look at the people and what we're doing in the community.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
We giving up out. Listen, like I said, you've been an opportunity provider since I've known you. So this is really opportunity provider, because not only the intellectual property that we're creating, we're showing others that they can create the same intellectual property while walking down these righteous paths.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? This is our karmatic debt. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. For real.
I got to use that karmatic debt.
Yeah.
Our karmatic debt. This is our payback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
This where your blessings come from, man. So like you said, like as far as like opportunity, like so that just ties into me being like I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? I give the shirt off my back. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, like, that's all some people really need sometimes. There's an opportunity. It's up to you to do what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like my man International P, he gave me an opportunity. He was like, yo, bro, I'm running the studio. We about to do some battles out of here. I need an A&R. I bet he gave me an opportunity.
And you ran with it.
And I ran with it, bro.
Yeah, you did.
I ran with it. And to this day,
That's wrong with the dread.
Man.
That was wrong with the dread.
We made history. We made history, bro.
That's a fact. Y'all did. Because I seen International P doing some clothes shit now, right?
He do a lot, man. P do movies. He got international goods. He got a whole every day of the week he's doing something different via his platform. You have to get P on here to explain what he got going on, because P always got his hand in many baskets.
Definitely, man. But I appreciate the opportunity that you give me, you know what I'm saying, to bring you on. And man, like I said, you've been 100 with me. You know, you like we like fam. I done been to the crib. You done been to my crib. You know how deep we can get. But I just appreciate the opportunity you giving me, man. And yo, we definitely gonna tap in. Anytime that you got something going on.
I definitely want to be back. Yeah, bro.
And even if like we have like lives, I might just like we'll tap you in to get your opinion about the
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Because I like in What's the Numbers to keeping our pulse on the culture. You know what I'm saying? Reinforcing the culture. So on that note, I'm gonna let the people hear another one of my joints by you, Buddha Chief. You know what I'm saying?
Which joint is that?
Get Down.
You
know what I'm saying?
That's my man.
Shine, son. I'm a king. I will reveal the prince of you. Frank Nick status. Do it for the prince.
Black people unite and let's all get down. Black people unite and let's all get down. Black people unite and let's all get down. Black people unite. Black people unite.
Alphabet style, do or die. I choose to live. Make my name without killing or doing a bid. Remember back in the days when you was a kid, parents had to make do and put food in the fridge. What we know now, imagine if we knew then. It takes one mindset instilled in two men to mend the blend together. What crack ties shattered. One of the many reasons we say Black Lives Matter. If you don't understand his context and clarity, in case you can't fathom blatant racial disparity, don't need handouts or any form of charity. Need a resurgence of black solidarity and black on black crime. You know we gotta stop. My belief started with war on drugs and hip hop. Let's do the right thing. Let's murder for wrong things. What if King Vaughn heard of Vaughn King?
Black people unite and let's all get down. 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 Black people unite.
My seed, his seed, uncles and aunties, indigenous to villages, eating under palm trees, pose family photos, post I tag you, unify movements, locks and dips at battle, what have you, like when Mike plays capes on James Brown, before taking the life, we could fight round for round, or voice our differences like men having sit down, LOG voice.
And let's all get down.
No burners to kill, only burgers to grill, let them argue if it go any further than chill, my moms know your pops, how am I your eye, went to the same junior high, I live right up the block, told my right hand man leave my cousin alone, she's a teenager, even though she looked grown, uncle came home after doing a stretch, looking like the 9-5 version of Tretch, deeper the roots, stronger the family tree, call me the chief, turning over new leaves, what's beef? Beef is an insanity plea, when house target field niggas need the name on the lease, To say the least, we out here doing the most. The more relative distance should make us close. Feel the vibe, vibrate to the sound. On the same frequency, tune in, crowd around.
Black, unite and let's all get down. 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 Black, unite, black.
Yeah, you wanna know what's so crazy?
What's so crazy? Like I wanted to ask you about this. Like what inspired? Because like you got so many elements of old school. Like you got Edo G and the Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? You got Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? And like who produced the track?
Thanos Beats, Monster with it. Check them out. Thanos Beats, THANOS, Thanos Beats.
Is that a curated thing? That's a vision that you had, or that a beat that he had in you?
No, so basically, right, this was years ago. I'm a fan of Edo G and the Bulldogs. The type of music that they made.
That's above some niggas like, you know, like if they ain't in tune with hip hop, they may not.
Listen, they make substance, music with substance and conceptual great music. Like Be a Father to Your Child, like, you know what I'm saying? Those type of songs, it needs to be a resurgence of that type of music again. So there was a few years ago, I was watching I got the Have It video. And what stood out to me was Black People Unite, Let's All Get Down. So I had took that little part and I had put it on my IG. And I had put it for I think I had probably tagged my man Mo Chips on it or somebody. I had tagged somebody that was doing music heavy at that time because I wasn't recording at that time. I had tagged somebody on it like, yo, y'all should do a sample with this or something like that, or flip it or whatever. So I reached out to Thanos because I forgot I was executive producing music at this time, and I had Thanos make the beat, and I had gave it to two separate people. I gave it to two separate artists, right? But nobody acted on it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like April 2021. My cousin had sent me a song that he had did for his clothing line, and the beat was official. And my cousin had somebody rapping on it, and I'm like, yo, this shit is hard. So I'm like, it's like 3, 4 in the morning, and I'm like, I'm gonna just write something. I wrote a couple of bars, matter of fact, to him. He sent back the fire emojis, fire emojis. And I'm like, that's only a little 4 bars. Like, he going crazy like that? So I finished that and turned that to the 16 bars. So I sent it to him. I'm kind of going around about real quick. And he was like, yo, cuz, that's fire. I'm like, yo, you like that? He like, nah, cuz, you bugged on that. So I was like, all right. So I just completed that song. But then I remember I had that Get Down beat. Yeah. I had that beat already made. So being that nobody got on the track, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And you know, I started writing to it and everything. And like, I don't know if you noticed, but when I posted it before, I had tagged Math Hoffa and gave him A&R credits. I also gave Mr. Rogers, he goes by Everything Cost. I gave him A&R credit because these are like my industry peers. And I sent the record to them and they gave me some helpful advice how to make the record tight. You know what I'm saying? So Mr. Rogers, he was like, yo, because the way I had the chorus first, he was like, yo, bring the UNITY in sooner and make that more the catch to the chorus. And like, Black People Unite, UNITY, Black People Unite, UNITY. So I went back and changed that. So in my second, so matter of fact, Math was somebody I had gave the beat to. But when I gave it to him, he was still like in battle mode. And he was like, yo, if I was to do that song, bro, I would approach it like, I'm not trying to preach to people. I would approach it on some like Will Smith Summertime vibe type of thing. So that's why you see in the second verse, when I wrote it, it was on some like,
you said
no burners to kill, only burgers to grill. You know what I'm saying? So I made it, I kept that in mind. And when I kicked the verse to him, I didn't really like the verse at first. Well, I'm not saying I didn't like it, but I was like, damn, this seems kind of too like simple, like, you know what I mean? And he was like, nah, son, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That fits the message.
It fits the message. So that's when I, you know what I mean, I did it. And when I redid the record and everything, Math was like, nah, that's it. You know, Mr. Rogers, everything costs. He was like, nah, it's a record now. You know what I'm saying? So my inspiration for that is, you know, bro, I'm just big on community. I'm big on love. I'm big on black people. You know what I mean? Like I say, man, I want to see us thrive, man. I love my people, for real, for real.
And I see you promoting that. I see you promoting that on Sirius. That song there.
I spent money for that record at radio, bro. That song works at radio already. That song was charting on Media Base.
Yeah.
That song was charting, bro. Like I still like I worked the record more so in the South. You know what I'm saying? But the DJs was loving it, bro. That song works at radio.
I seen you. That's what I see. I seen you promo. I see you on a promo run for that one.
Yeah, nah, and it's a necessary record right now.
Definitely,
it's a necessary record. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going through a little turbulence right now as far as like with clearing the samples and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna get through this turbulence with this record because it really needs to make it mainstream. And what I was gonna say after watching it, I'm a fan of that record. Even though it's my record, I'm a fan of the whole concept
message.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of it. And even when I perform it, people are like, yo, they love it. It's a great performance record.
I mean, it's like boom. First and foremost, like that beat was used, like Mary J. Blige used a part of it a little bit. Like we know hip hop, we can parse elements of it. NOG and the Bulldogs might be the originator. I mean, even though it was a sample for them, but like as far as
so the Bohannons, Hamilton Bohannon is the originator of that song. He passed away, but his kids pretty much control his estate. So they heard the record, and people tried to clear it before. So they wanted to hear the record before giving permission. When they heard the record, they gave it a thumbs up. They approved the record because of, like I said, the context of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's where LOG and them has sampled from.
Yeah. And then, so they approved. So what is it? Is some other elements in the song that you're going through sample issues with?
Well, the UNITY's interpolation. It's not necessarily a sample, but still, that's the same cadence and you know, the same rhythmic pattern that Queen Latifah was saying it. So that's called an interpolation. So you still have to clear that on the publishing side.
See, yo, that's the game. Like say, boom. Like I want you to. You are industry correspondent. You like when niggas want intro on this how to because you know all of the maneuvers of the game, interpolations and
interpolations.
Oh man, I mean, like it's beautiful though, bro. But like on that note, man, like I said, I appreciate your time, bro. And yo, like I said, if you're doing anything in the future, yo, this platform is available to you. Anything, anytime, bro.
I appreciate that, bro.
Like I said, the love is there, man. On that note, we out. Peace.